All right, so we seem to be good. All right, guys, so good morning again. Let's tackle the homework questions first, and then we proceed. So any one of them I should target first, because I was asking that before. Or I should just do something and, let it just flow from there. All right, let me do the first one, and then you guys can step in and tell me which one I should just go to straight away. All right, so the first question looks something like this. So it was 2, so 5x minus y in bracket, and minus 3, and 3x minus y in bracket. So this is supposed to be straightforward, right? You just distribute the number on the outside. So we'll get 10x minus 2y. Then you go again. But this time is minus 3. So it's
minus 9x.
Minus and minus is positive. That's positive
3y.
3y. And then from here, you group them, right? This is 10x minus 9x. And then minus 2y plus 3y. Our container. So this is just x. And then this is just y. This is actually a positive y.
Good. Got that one.
Great. So let me scroll down. All right. So
Sir, but if I have 1x plus 1y, I would still be right, right?
yeah, you'd still be right.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to write that down. All right. So the next one, let me do the next one. Probably skip the third one. So the next one is
third one. 2y plus 3 open bracket y minus 1.
all right. So I'm doing this now. So the 2 distribute to get the 6x plus 2. Then this is like a minus 1. So you can think of minus 1 being here and the minus 1 just distribute across. Right? So I have minus x minus 2. So this now when you group them, you get something looking like this. And
So 5x minus 5x. So that would be 5x.
I got that too.
Great.
Yay!
Then so I guess we can go. It looks like I'm gonna end up doing all of them, right? That's fine. I was thinking to skip this one. Got this one simple.
So go down to. So, but you have one of them 2 times.
Well, I'm gonna just skip it.
Yes, true.
So you have one question twice,
Yeah, no problem. We'll just skip it.
Yeah.
Right, so that's simple. Nothing going on right there. And then we'll have this one, which is another simple one. So you go again and distribute the minus 2. So you have minus 2m. And then minus 2.
2.
So this becomes m minus 2. All right, so it's question 5 that's repeated, so we can skip that.
Yes.
Question 6.
6.
All right, so I do recall teaching question 6, but you should be able to just research it and figure it out. It's nothing too
Sir,
difficult.
sir, 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what I asked you earlier, when to change your signs, I saw you just change it.
Where,
Yeah.
where? Point it out.
3m
Mm-hmm.
minus 2
Mm-hmm.
minus 2m. This is when you're breaking it down, but at first you add 2m plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm realizing that I'm taking it that minus and plus gives you a minus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So when you're multiplying, so what you can do is refer to the earlier videos. I went through this in the earlier videos, right? So I put up the rule and I say when you're multiplying um, a positive number times a positive number, you still get a positive number. Negative times
okay.
negative, you get a positive, and then a negative now times a positive number, you get a negative, or a positive number
Okay.
times a negative, you get a negative, right? And
Okay.
I was making a point as well, like if this was if this was all division, then the same rule would apply. So if you just replace the multiplication sign and division sign, then you get the same setup, same sign rule. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So let's continue. We have this one now with 2x plus 5, 3x minus 4. All right. So I'm going to show you two ways. It's the same. I'm not going to use it two ways, but well, I'm more describe it as one way is just as a faster way, or it skips a step, but it's really the same thing. So you distribute what's in this bracket over this bracket, right? So you say 2x times 3x. You write it down and you get, what's that? 6x squared. Then you say 2x times minus 4. You get a minus 8x. Then now you go to this number and it's a 5 times 3x. You get 15x. And then you go again back to the 5 and it's a 5 times minus 4. You get minus 20. So you're right about the 6x squared. This becomes a positive 7x. Then this is minus 20. And you finish. All right, so let me drink some water. Now, another way, as I say, this is just a longer way, but it's in essence the same thing. Let me put it side by side. So I'm borrow this side. So I want you to write back the question. All right, so this is a 3. So the other way is to go and say, all right, this is saying 2x times all of this, just like we had over here where we have 2x times 3x minus 4. So you just break it out. So it's a 2x times everything that's in the bracket to the right. And then you go again now and you remember doing 5 times everything in this bracket. So you say, okay, this is a plus 5 and it is multiplying everything in this bracket over here. And then now you go, and this is easy now. This is something that you're familiar with. So this becomes 6x squared minus 8x And then you come here now, you remember how to do this. This is just 5, not 5, 15, 15x, and then the 5 times the minus 4, and you get minus 20. And then to simplify, 6x squared, um, this is plus 7x minus 20. And you're done, right? So you get the same answer. Um, so what I'll even do is just take this opportunity to try and to just put another example, because these things are very common, right? I just want to put another example. Um, I guess I can do the same thing where I do both ways. And you see me do this when we reach factorization, but I just want to give you what's, give you a heads up, kind of get you familiar with these things. So let me make up something real quick. So 1 minus x. See, easy. And then let me put 2x plus 4 for argument's sake. The same thing. So this times this, 2x, this times this, 4. And then this times this. So this is a negative x multiplied by a positive 2x. So this is a negative 2x squared. And then this times this becomes a negative 4x. Then we simplify. So I'm going to start with the minus 2x squared. So the variable with the highest exponent, which is 2. And then I put the other guys, the 2x minus 4x plus 4. And then I simplify that. This becomes a negative 2x. And this is 4, right? And if I were to do it the longer way, so I write it back. So as I said before, where I said, okay, 1 times everything here. So that's a 1 times the bracket, and then the next one is minus x times everything again. And then this becomes now, this is simple, just rewrite it. And then this is where a little work has to be done. This becomes 2x squared minus 4x. So nothing out of the ordinary. Then grouping again, I start with this guy, and then 2x minus 4x plus 4. So this becomes minus 2x minus 2x plus 4. Same thing. So can say I get a crash course in expanding and simplifying, right? Say expand the brackets. So usually they would say expand the brackets and simplify. So anytime you say a directive in mathematics, this is what they usually referring to. Expand the brackets and simplify. Cool. So we'll do more on this, in other topics. So more than likely when we reach like factorization, I kind of just put them together, expanding and factoring, especially when you're factoring quadratic equations or quadratic expressions, right? All right, so let's move on to the next question, right? Not question 7, because I said don't do that, but question 8. Question 8 look like a question we did before. Yeah, I'm not going to question 8. We did that before. I think we did question 9 as well. Yeah, those were questions we did before. So question 10. Question 10 is more the question to the right now. Let's see. So this is 3p plus q over 2. So anybody attempted this question?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what you get for the LCM?
I wrote 2P for the LCM.
Okay, great. So it's 2p And then you say, okay, 2 into 2p goes p. So 3p times p. So let me write it.
Here.
So 3p, and then p into
Squared.
2p goes 2. That's 2q. So at the end of the day, you get 3p squared,
Squared
2q.
plus 2q over 2p.
Yeah, that's it.
Woohoo!
Can't do anything else with it. Um, all right, so let's move on. Everybody got that? So before me, scroll and take it off. Everybody cool with that one? It seems that way. All right, let's move along. Um, so before I was not using this section, but now I started to use it. So let me just use it. Right. All right. So the next one is 5 over y minus 7 over y plus a half. All right. Good stuff. So what's the LCM?
So I wrote y over 2. Y2.
Yes, yeah, you could have said 2y. I prefer to say 2y. Put the number first and then the variable. But
Okay.
you wouldn't be wrong, right? All right, so 2y. If somebody put 2y square, that's not the LCM, but you shouldn't get the answer wrong. You should reach at a point where there's some canceling and it come back to the same answer as if you had used 2y, right? So let's go at it. So y into 2y, you get 2, right? So 5 2 10. So y into 2y again, you get 2 minus 7 times 2, that's minus 14. And then 2 into 2y is y. So you get a y. And then you get minus 4 plus y.
Yes.
2y. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good stuff. Um, so everybody cool with that one?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So let's move right along. I wonder if I could have catch this right. No, not going to chance it. All right, so this next one now, this is number 12. So 2 over 3 plus a minus 2 over 2a. What's the LCM for this?
3 open bracket 2a.
Well, in a situation like that, you can just say 6a, right?
Okay.
Because it's numbers, it's not like it's a lot of variables and stuff like that. So this is straightforward, right?
Okay.
So this is a 6a. So 3 into 6a is what? 2a, right? So I'm going to say 2a times 2, and then 2a into 6a is just 3. So this is 3 minus 2. Mhm. So we have 4a
Minus 3a.
sure, a plus, right? That's the end. So it's a
Oh, plus
plus
3.
3a,
Sorry.
and then minus 6. So yeah, all over 6a. So we'll simplify now, we'll get 7a minus 6 over 6a. Right? Let's move right along. We have the next one being number 13, which is 3 over y minus 2 over y minus 2. So the LCM now is y minus 2 So y into all of that gives you y minus 2. So this is just, so I won't write it this time, putting the number in front. It is the same difference, right? Y minus 2. Then minus, no, so y minus 2 into this give you minus, well, not minus, give you y. But since there's a minus here, you're going to get a minus 2y. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Because y minus 2 into this gives you y, so you can just think of it as y here. Right? So you get this. So this is now 3y 6 minus 2. And as I say, you can leave this like this. You simplify the numerator, you just get y minus 6 over y into y minus 2.
Got that one.
Nice, lovely. Anybody else got it? Everybody seemed to be okay with these questions, right? Nobody not complaining, nobody not saying, sir, what is going on there? You know? All right. Let's try again. So this other one, well, it's more of the same. Let me go all the way down to, let me go all the way down to 17. Not going to labor on these questions because after that, question 14 and 15, and even 16. 16, we did a lot of questions like 16 last week. Question 17. I'm going to just go down to question 17. Which is like what we did last week. You just have an x squared term in the denominator, which don't change the price of rice really, but I want to make sure that we get a chance to look at it. So LCM. Now, this question is interesting now that I look at it because, watch this. You may be tempted to do this. So what I'm doing, there's a temptation to do this, right? No, you're not going to get it wrong. You're not going to get it wrong. But I'm going to show you a different way, right? I guess that's why it's an interesting question. So I'm going to show you a different way after this, but you're not supposed to get this wrong. So let us try it nonetheless, like this, and then I'll show you another way. So x minus 1 into this will give you x squared minus 1. So it's 4 times x squared minus 1. And then x squared minus 1 into this gives you x minus 1. So you're going to get 3x minus 1. So you're going to know you work this out. You get 4x squared minus 4, then 3x plus 3. And then let's work this out. X minus 1, x squared minus 1. All right, so maybe, all right, probably kind of scroll down and do it the other way beside it. All right. So this now becomes what? 4x squared minus 3x. This is what? Plus 1. Right? And then we have, well, that line looks at that all. All right, I can work with it. X minus 1. All right. So this look away, this look horrible. Right? But really and truly, hopefully when we did the other way, we don't have to do what I'm about to do next. So what I would have to do next here is to factorize the numerator and see if I can simplify it further. So we haven't done factorization yet, but let me still do it here just to simplify the thing. So in a case like this, we would use the AC method. So A is 4 and C is 1. So that gives us AC equal 4. So what we'll do is to find factors of 4. As I said, I won't teach this when we reach a topic, but since I'm here, let me just do it. So factors of 4 such that when I add them, I get -3. So what do I have? I'm start have some doubts for this because let me check something. Oh, this is supposed to be -1. Guys, you're supposed to catch this right here. So it's -1, you know. So that will give me a -4. So everything good now. So this would give 4x. So the factors are -4. Check this out. I can use -4. So -4 is a factor, and 1 is a factor. So -4 times 1 is -4, and -4 plus 1 is -3. So that works. So this is -4x, 1x. We don't put 1x, but we'll just put x. So this is just plus x -1 all over. Right? And then from here now, so don't worry if you don't get it, we'll come back to it. We'll get to that topic and then we can revisit this. So when you factorize, you look at the highest common factor between these two is 4x. So you put 4x on the outside, and then this becomes x minus, not, this becomes x minus 1. Then only 1 can go into this, only 1 can be factored. So this is just x minus 1 too. So by the time you're done, you get 4x plus 1 into x minus 1 all over x minus 1, x squared minus 1. So the x minus 1 cancel, and you get, let me put it below, and you get 4x plus 1 over x squared minus 1. And so that would be a final answer, right? So look away, like a lot of work you have to know to factorize and all sorts of gymnastics.
Mr. Barnes,
Yeah?
I'm not getting something. Scroll it up back, please. We have, okay.
Okay.
We have the 4x bracket x squared minus 1 bracket. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, all right. So
it's 4 times x, 4x.
So
what you do?
Wait a second. So don't worry about it. Trust me. Like I'm going to teach this. So this line right here, this should even have a denominator over here. But we know what it's supposed to be. So don't worry about that. So we will teach the topic. So don't worry about it. It's just that I just showing you how complicated things can become and how another topic, yeah, can be. If you don't know some other stuff, then this may be a challenge, right? So in this case, I use factorization. And I still want to highlight how it would be done the other way. So just making a point that this should have had the denominator written below it. So for future reference. So the same x minus 1 times x squared minus 1 should have been below this. Then this line come next, right? So don't worry about it. This is what you would do. So you do this question, or you see this question now. Later on when I teach factorization, you can come back to this and see what this was all about. So this question was a part of the, the part of the homework. So I figure more or less, they're just giving you all the types of ways they can do algebraic fractions, and this is one of them. So the point I wanted to make about the other way is that x minus 1 is actually a factor of x squared minus 1. No, it's difficult to see now because we haven't done factorization and difference of squares, right? But just to show you what can happen when, because this right here is not the LCM, that's why it's so long and drawn out. But just to show you how the working out would have been if we had used the LCM, right? So we're expecting an easier workout. So look what would happen. If you recognize that x squared minus 1 can be written as x plus 1, x minus 1, then this question would be an easier question because you can replace this x squared minus 1 by this, right? And just write it like this, just for the sake of doing the question. And you don't even have to rewrite it. It's just to highlight what's going on. So you say x minus 1 into this goes x plus 1. So you'd have 4x plus 1. And then x squared minus 1 into this is 1 because it's the same thing, it's just that I rewrite it. So this would be 1, so it'd be 3 times 1, which is 3. And then now we'll work it out. This becomes 4x plus 4 minus 3 all over. Right? So this is a plus sign. And then this now becomes 4x plus 1 over, and then I can put this back as originally written. Done. You saw the question done quick. Done quick. So the point, I remember making the point that if you don't use the LCM, you can still get it right. You do the math, you will still get it right, but you're going to go through quite a few steps. This kind of exaggerated over here because this x squared term, and you go through a whole heap of steps, right? So much more, whole heap of gymnastics. But if you recognize this, then you're good to go. So it's for you now to just remember this question, mark off this question, save it up. When you reach factorization and understand difference of squares and stuff like that, you look back on it and tie the two and say, okay, we did this in algebraic fractions, but we can also apply other concepts. Other concepts can appear in different parts, in different topics as well, So just making that point. All right, so let's move right along. Don't worry about this question, just making the point that it's best to use the LCM. If you don't use the LCM, we can still get it right. All right, so let's move to something else. I don't know why this thing itches me.
Look at this one.
Let me show this again. Guys, remember when you're talking to mute your mic. If you're not talking to me, just mute your mic. All right, so we'll cover some grounds. So with the simplifying expressions, we'll do some algebraic fractions. We should move on to simple equations, right? We should have all the tools now to do some simple equations. I don't want it too simple. So on the sheet that I sent there, them separate. They have something named simple equations, and then they have something named solving, I think, linear equations. More or less the same thing. So let us move to solving linear equations real quick. All right, so let me give a simple example. All right, simple example. So let me put solving, thing that right, so solving simple equations, right? All right. So, and I may add right here some put linear. All right, so I explain what all of that means. So let's start off example. As we're not going to go through the, this thing painfully. This thing going to be quick and fast. No painful treatment of this. So example 2x plus 1 is equal to 9. And what we're trying to do is to solve for x. All right, any ideas? Anybody has done this before? Any ideas what to do?
The answer is 4.
Answer is 4. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, can you tell me the process that you went through to get to 4?
Okay, I didn't work it out. Let me look at it. 2x is equal 9, and the positive is going to become a negative. 9 take away 1. So you're going to have 2x is equal 8. Then x will be 4. You're going to divide the 8 by the 2. Then you get the 4.
That's it. Exactly,
Okay.
right? So,
So, sir, I don't mean to cut you, but and I don't like it's not that I love shortcut, but when I look at the question, right, I say to myself, 2x, x would be 4, and 2 fours is 8 plus 1 9.
yeah, as in,
That's how I solved it.
yeah, that you can mentally solve these things when they're simple, but suppose I give you something like this. 4x plus 6 equals 3x plus 10. What you're going to tell me is the answer.
I don't know. I just have to look at it first and then I work it out.
Okay, so that is what we want a way that we can consistently work these things out, no matter how them come. Right? So this one, we'll see if we can apply the little concept over from here and see if we can, apply something that we'll learn from this side to this side. So the aim of the game, why would all of that gymnastics? Because we want to isolate x. We want to get x by itself on one side of the equation, right? And then if it's on one side by itself, then anything on the other side should be the solution, right? Or even stronger will be the solution. So check it out. So first of all, I need to get 2x by itself. We see that a 1 is beside it. So we'll minus 1 from this side. But anything we'll do to one side, we have to do to the other side of the equal sign, right? So the equal sign is like that I don't want, I guess you could call it fulcrum, that thing that, balances the two sides of the equation, right? So minus 1 here, then we just get 2x, and this becomes 9 minus 1, which is 8, right? So I can just rub this out and put 8, put 8. Oh no, it's 8, and then remember we want to get x by itself, so that a 2 is beside it. And we know the best way to get rid of this 2 is to divide by 2, because 2 divided by 2 cancel. But whatever we do to this side, we have to do to this side over here. So also divide this by 2. And then this becomes 4. So we have x by itself on the left side, or I can say on one side of the equation, and then we have a number on the other side of the equation. So x equal 4 solves this equation up top, right? So, somebody look like there in the chat. All right. So that is the process, a simple and easy process. Let us see if we can apply a similar process to this one. So again, remember I tell you the aim of the game is to get x by itself on one side of the equation, right? X could have been on this side of the equation too, just that x that would be by itself. But the convention is usual to put x on the left side. So you can put it on the left or the right by itself. Don't really make a difference. But the convention is to put x by itself on the left side because it makes more sense to say x is equal to so and so. Right? Now, over this, in this situation, we have x on both sides of the equation. So already we have a dilemma. So we need to get it on one side. So we choose a side. We say, all right, we want the x on the left side, and we can aim to put the numbers on the right side. So to get the x on the left side, we need to remove it from the right side. So minusing both sides by 3x removes it from the right side.
Sorry to cut you, but the first question that you was doing a while ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there was a disconnection on the phone, so I didn't hear all your work out. When I actually get connected, as I just see you explaining about x equal the 4 down the bottom, but I don't know how you have the 2x over 2 equal that middle section there. I don't know how you work it. You said 2x over 2 equal what over 2 right here that you look like you
That's
can't
8.
solve.
So that's an 8. So all right, let me do this real quick again. Right. You will see it in subsequent questions, but let me just go real quick. So this is 2x plus 1 equal 9. So that is the question given. I was making the point that we need to isolate x. So minus 1 from both sides. So this would give you a 0 right here. 1 minus 1 is 0. 9 minus 1 is 8. Right? So you just have 2x on the left side. You have 8 on the right side. Now we want to get x by itself. So we have to divide both sides by 2. Or divide this by 2. Or whatever you do to this side, I have to do to the other side. So then to get x by itself, divide by 2, we get x, because the 2's cancel. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4. So what I end up getting is x is equal to 4. And that's that. And don't worry, you'll see it again right here. So I was making a point that we want to have the x's on the left side. So this x that's on the right side, we subtract it. So 3x minus 6, so that's gone, that's 0. So 4x minus 3 is x. So we have x plus 6 is equal to 10. Now, just as before, we want to get x by itself, so minus 6 from both sides. Minus 6 from both sides, we get x is equal to 4. So it's just a coincidence that I chose 2 questions with solutions for, right? And that's the answer for that. Now, you see where I put the numbers up top here and stuff. When you work it out, I don't want you to put the numbers up top, right? I want you to put the numbers in line. So let me do another question where you put the numbers in line. All right, so see that I can scroll down any further. I can scroll across and then scroll back up. All right, so let's do another one. And of course, when you get more comfortable with these things, there's a lot of steps you can skip. So let's go again. So you want the x's to be on one side. So we're choosing the left side consistently. So check this out. In order to remove this 6x from this side, we need to add 6x because minus 6x plus 6x is 0. But if we add 6x to this side of the equation, then we need to add 6x to this side of the equation. So at the end of the day, we have something looking like 4x minus 2, right? And remember, we have intention to add 6x here, but we have to add it to both sides. So add 6x here, then 8 minus 6x plus 6x. What happens? This gone as a second, that is the whole aim. That becomes 0. And this 4x plus 6x becomes 10x. So this is 10x minus 2 is equal to 8. So it's supposed to be an equal sign. So this look like something that we've been doing. So in order to get 10x by itself, we need to add 2 to both sides. So this becomes 10x. So this is the 2 that we have originally. Then you add the 2. Then we have the 8. And then we'll add 2 to both sides. So this is the thing that we're adding to both sides. So minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So we just have 10x by itself now. And then 8 plus 2 is 10. Then we divide both sides by 10 to get x by itself. This becomes x equal 1. See that? Everybody see that? Any issues?
Yes, sir. Good.
Good. All right. We'll try another one. Keep trying them until. All right. So let me scroll down. Scrolling. All right. I can scroll out this guy. So check this one out now. So similar to what we have been doing. So 5 into x plus 2, right? And then 45 equal 45. So we know what to do. So we know what to expand and simplify and multiply out stuff. So this becomes, right? So the same concept as before. This is 5x, right? And then this is 10 equal 45. And then we can isolate this guy. So what we do is to subtract 10 from both sides. All right. So this becomes 5x, and then this is equal to 35. And you divide both sides by 5, you get x equal to 7. Now, understand that, but I'm going to make a point of something. You can actually do this question another way. Yeah, 5x in delta equal 45. All right, so if you look here, this is saying 5 multiply x plus 2 equal 45. So I just want to emphasize that this is 5 times this bracket. Just as though you can say 5 times this bracket, I can just divide by 5 here, divide by 5 here, cancel out this 5, and I get x plus 2 equal, what's this? 9 5s 45, so that's 9. Then from here, I can minus 2 from both sides, and I get x is equal to 7. Right? So I can do that as well. So I can divide what's beside this bracket. Now, I'm wary of encouraging you guys to do it this way. It's a simpler way for one, but my concern is that You may see something like this now. Let me show you something else. You may see something that looks like this. And then let me put a +5. Should I put +5? Let me put a plus. No, I don't want to put a +5. Let me put a +7 for argument's sake. Equal. So I'm making up a question. Equal. Maybe I can put 47. Yeah. Right? My concern is that there's something like this, and you attempt to divide this by 5, divide this by 5, and think that you're doing the right thing. You would not be doing the right thing if you did this, right? You would not be doing the right thing. And let me tell you why. If you look up here on the left side of the equation, this is just straight, like this is just a product, meaning you have this 5 multiplying this bracket. Full stop, it done right there. So you can just easily just divide by 5, call it a day. Right here, you have a product, but you also have an additional term being added. You can't just divide by 5 and think it will apply to this alone. If you divide by 5, you're dividing the entire side of the equation, this side of the equation by 5. So when you divide by 5, the 5 would have go and divide out this guy, and it would have divide out this as well, which would leave you with a mixed fraction, which is not helpful. And then if you divide this entire side by 5, you'd have to divide the right side by 5, which at this point, not so helpful either, right? So in a question like this here, it's best if you go and you simplify a little further. So -7, this becomes 40. Now look what they have here. This is just a product here. And you can choose to divide it by 5 now. Cancel, cancel, you get x plus 2. This one equal 8. And then you can say the answer is just 6, right? So so I have several questions. I'll work some of them when I divide, and I'll work some of them when I multiply out, so that you get a feel for them. But just bear these things in mind, right? Just bear it in mind. And of course, you'll make mistakes at times, but you'll get it eventually with these kind of questions. Or you can just multiply it out and consistently get it right all the time. Just that gonna take some time. You're gonna do a few extra steps, but you get it right. All right. So let me do 2 more questions and then give you one too. So let me do, for example, 4 into 2x plus 3 equal -8. Right? So for this one, I'm going to multiply it out. Right? So this is 8x. Right? Of course, I could divide by 4, but just showing you different ways, right? So again, we want to get 8x by itself, so we just have to subtract both sides by 12. So right by the original thing, then we'll subtract the 12. And if we subtract 12 from this side, we have to subtract it from this side as well. So we'll leave back with 8x, and this becomes -20. So 8 into this guy, that cancel. And then this now becomes what? You can actually write this as a mixed fraction. This is about 2 and 4/8. This is negative, which is the same as an half. Right? And that's the answer for that. Right? Now, let's do another one before I give you guys a go at it. So let me try one that looks like this. X plus 3. So I want the x's on one side So I'll subtract x on this side, subtract x on this side. So I get, oh, let me put it in line because I did say going forward, let's just put it in line. So this is 2x. And if you want, you can put minus x here. I'll just stick to putting it at the end. Minus x. So after this, I'm not going to do any grouping thing because I know this is simple. I know what we're trying to do. So this is just x. So this is 2x minus x is just x. And you're right back to 6. And this is just 3 because the x didn't cancel, right? That was the whole point of doing it. Then from here, we can subtract 6 because we want 6 by itself. So this becomes x equal minus 3. Or finish. Lovely. So I'm going to ask you guys now to try a couple of these questions. Let me see if I can bring it up. Give me a second. Look at these. So I want you to try, let me just pick some at random. You can try from the top, you can try Q to U, so Q to U. And from the bottom, you can try B to F. So Q to U up top and B to F down bottom. That clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, so go right now and try those.
Repeat the last part. Last part, what you say? You say Q to U,
Yeah,
and then what?
Q to U and then B to F. So B, C, D, E, F, down at the bottom here. Try those. So I'm going to see if I can actually pause the recording and then resume it once you guys are finished. All right, guys, so it's a question Q to U. So we'll run through them real quick. So you guys going to tell me the answers. All right. I'm not going to crowd up the thing. Give you guys a chance to demonstrate that you understand. All right, so what must I do from here? What's the next move?
So you're going to say 5 times 3x equals 15x minus 5 equals 2, minus 2. Then you're going to add 5 to each side. And then you're left with 15x equals 3. So what I did then, I minus 15 from each side.
No,
on the right track?
no. You're so
Divide.
close.
Divide.
Right. Both sides by 15. Right?
Yes.
And
So you
then
got
2.
x equals 1 over 5.
1 over 5. So, all right. So, let me put the 3 over 15 and then carry it down to 1 over. All right. Great. Everybody set up?
Oh, it's 1 over 5. It can't be 5?
If it can't be 5, if it can't be 3 over 5?
No, the answer, it can't be just 5. It has to be 1 over 5.
Yeah, it has to be 1 over 5. Yeah, man. 1 over 5 and 5 are two different things. You know? Okay. Imagine somebody say, you know, say for example, you do a transaction and them say, you know, you owe them $50,000 dollar in the transaction. I said, no, no, no. I owe you 1/5 of that. I owe you $10,000. And then I said, no, man, 5 and 1/5 are the same thing. You want $50,000. So no, no, no. It's 1/5 of that, my friend.
Okay.
10,000. You know, something like that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one. So Q and R. R is the next one. Let me put R on this side. R is all right. What about this one? Any ideas?
First two steps, use the first two steps.
0.75
Hmm?
cheaper. I don't know.
So you're gonna have 2x times 8, 2 times 8x equals 16x.
Mm-hmm. So for this question, you can actually divide out by 2 and cancel, and you just have like 8x plus 5 equal -1. So you can do that, or you can multiply it out as you're suggesting right now. So you get
Yes.
16x plus 10 equal -2.
Minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And on each side, you're going to add 2. So the
Add 2.
16x.
Sure.
Hold on.
Let us see what happened when
No,
you...
no, sir. Minus 10. Sorry, sir.
Okay,
It's
-10.
going to minus 10
All right. Mm-hmm.
equals 16x equals minus 12.
Mm-hmm. Divide
And
both
then you
sides by
say
16, right?
by, yes,
Wow. This equal.
x.
So we
And
can
then
do
you have minus 3 over, all right?
yeah, minus.
Minus 3 over 4.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. R. So after R we have S. Oh, so I have a little piece over here. So remember about this. No, I know I'm not gonna rub it off with me. Just work chronic. S is 6. This is S. 6x minus 8 minus it open in the sky. All right. Minus 8.
Oh, sir,
Yeah.
Adjust your screen for me.
it can just remain as negative 3 over 4, or it can be negative 0. Again, 75, 0.75. It has to remain as a
Um,
fraction.
negative 0.4, negative 0.75. So it's the same
Yes.
thing, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the same thing, but I would rather you put it in fractions,
Okay,
unless otherwise stated, unless they ask you to write it in decimals and stuff like that.
okay then.
Yeah, man. All right. So what would you here? Tell me real quick. This one is a simple one.
6x minus 8 plus 8.
So plus 8 to both sides, right?
Yes.
6x. What's next?
Then you'll have x equals minus 18.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
you divide both sides by 6
Mm-hmm.
equals x equals minus 3.
Nice. So that one was quick and easy, right? So let's do the other one. And T. So no, no, no. Turn, turn, turn. So what we'll do here?
So you're going to factor. So you have 4x,
Mm. I'm going to
4
choose.
times x.
Wait, I'm choosing to do this one the shorter way. What would we do doing it the shorter way? Because this is just a product on the left side. We can do something and make it shorter real quick. What can we do?
Divide.
All right, so we divide
Yes.
both sides by 4.
Yes.
So this becomes x plus 15 equal what?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
1,
60.
minus 5.
60 divided by 4 is what?
15.
15,
15.
lovely. Right? So when you do this now, you subtract x, you subtract 15 from both sides, what you
15.
get?
You'd have x
0.
0.
0. That's it. So x plus
Mm-hmm.
15 minus 15, 15 minus 15, x is equal to 0. Lovely. And you can see that in the answer. Look at this. 4, if this is 0,
Mm-hmm.
4 times 15 is 60.
Mm-hmm.
See that? So x definitely has to
Yes,
be 0.
sir.
You get that point, everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. So let us move on to you.
Sir, no.
From.
Um,
Hmm?
15, um, you said x plus 15
We're not hearing you so good.
minus
You sound low. Can talk up? Can you speak up? You're not. You sound low. I can hardly hear you.
don't know why, sir.
All right, talk. I can hear you a little better.
Hmm. I was working it all the way around.
If
I was
you all
putting
right,
4x plus
let us work it the other way, right? Just to make sure that we're on the same page, right? Because you may not divide it by 4 straight out again. Let us multiply it out. This will be 4x plus 60 equals 60, right? And then you subtract 60 from both sides. I'm actually sure the working out. 60 minus 60 equals 60 minus 60. You get 4x equals 0. Divide both sides by 4. This right here is still 0. So this is x equals 0. Right? So what you're not getting now, tell me. What's not so clear? Are it clear now? Hello? You gone? All right, let's just move on until I come back. You there? All right. All right, so like a connection off, like it not really sounds so hot. Oh, where are we? We're at one more left. I would have this one, at least one more at this in this section because we have the other section. So it's you. I will say this is a simple one. 5x minus 8 equal minus 10. Tell me real quick, real quick. Come talk to me what I must do.
Perfect.
Hmm? All right, so nobody now talk. So you add 8 to both sides.
Yes, sir.
So this becomes 5x.
Minus 8. No,
Sure.
no. Oh, you're on the second part. 5x equals minus 2.
Mm-hmm. So
So they divide it down.
you're
So
done.
it's minus 2 divided by 5. There you go. Was minus 0.4 or 2 over 5. Can I go down further, sir?
No, I can't go no further. Not
Perfect.
at all.
Let's get a decimal if we divide it further down. But
Yeah,
we don't want a decimal.
yeah. We do You know, I need to probably show you all that to like to give you guys an idea of decimal representation of the fractions, fractional representation of decimals and stuff. That they're really the same thing, just another way of representing the thing. All right, so let's just do the other questions. We have some other ones. Let me try and find them. So the further down. So what did I say? D to no B to F. D to F for the answer, guys. D to F. All right. Let's see if we can get some space up in here. All right. So B to F. All right. So I'll just try and blaze through these because I don't really have the time to be lingering. I probably don't do everything, but let us see. So this is 4x minus 5. You guys got that?
Yes, I got that one.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Now you see in this way, like you see that I work it slightly different, right? It's the same concept though, it's just that I skip
You
some
group them.
steps. Skip some steps. Don't skip any steps until you're really
This is
comfortable,
my work name.
right? Don't skip any steps until you are very comfortable. All right.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah, that good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me see if I can hold another one down here. D. D is
X minus 2x equal minus 8 minus 6.
okay. Same difference.
Minus 7.
What I did there?
That's the answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
So right here, all I did was to just divide both sides by -1. So that it cancels out. Or you can say multiply both sides by -1. Either way, but this would work out to be a positive x.
Sorry, sure. I get sorry, what you do with the 2? X minus 2x
Remember I said
equal
1x. Remember you have 1x minus 2x. So you get a minus 1x same way. So you get the minus x.
oh yeah.
So you
Yeah.
didn't try this question?
Pardon?
You didn't try this question on your own?
I did it, but I don't know I get negative 7.
Or let us do it the long way then.
I did something totally different.
No, nothing is wrong with doing it total different, you know. As I said, how I do it here, I skip all of the steps. I just go right to the point. Well, not say I
No, sir,
skip all this.
I mean, I did a different question.
Okay. We did a different question.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what I work with. All right, so we'll do this
Let's
first.
see
So,
where my mistake is.
you see the mistake? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, great. So anybody else want to continue with this or I can move on?
So show us that way too.
All right, cool. So here we say, all right, we're going to minus 2x from both sides because we want to get the x's over to the left side. This is me minusing 2x on both sides. All right, so this will give me a minus x plus 6 equal minus 8, right? So right here now, I have 6 here. I need to get rid of it. So minus 6 from both sides. And a minus 6 equal that. Minus 6. This becomes a minus x equal minus 14. Then, of course, I can multiply both sides by -1. Or if you want, I can show it like this. And I get x is equal to 14. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we are at what, E? E.
E.
So 3x plus 7 equal 2,
X plus 7.
2x plus 11.
3x minus 2x
3x minus 2x equals 7.
equal 11 minus 7.
Minus 7.
X is equal 4.
Yep. E and then F.
Yeah.
Blazing. So
And 10x minus 8x equal 22 minus 2.
yeah, this equal, this 2 looks so clear, but hopefully you guys know that this is 2 equal, right? So this will
2x is equal 20.
3x equals
X
20.
equal 10.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Good, good. Let us try. Remember that one. Are you guys ready for questions? That's on that homework. So let us try these questions here. Let me see how you handle them. So I'll give you time to try them. So questions from S to X. Try these out and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to pause this recording and give you guys around 15 minutes to try them, and then we come back and we'll do them. Right? So from S, see them here, S to X. All right, so we'll be back in the next 15 minutes. All right, so start again. The recording is up. So what we say? What? S to X? All right, so let's go through.
Sir, you can start.
You start? All right. All right. Let's go through. The page done. Let me see if I can expand the page. Oh, I have some space to the right. All right. Only for space. Right. All right. Wait. Oh, I have space to the left too. All right. Let me start. So we have what S is supposed to be a S. S is all right. So we can just multiply these things out.
3x plus 6 equal 5x minus 10.
All right. So
3x minus 5x
All right, so we reach a stage where we can skip the step now and do that. So everybody comfortable with that? I don't want
Yes.
to assume, you know. Mm-hmm.
Minus 10, minus 6. It matters.
No, it don't matter.
Oh,
So this will
minus 2x
mm-hmm.
equal minus 16.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to cancel here. X is equal 8.
All right. So that's that. Next one is t, which is 4, well, 8, x over 3. All right. Tell me how y'all guys approach this one now.
All right. You multiply the 4 by the 3.
Multiply the 4 by the 3.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? What's the aim? Why we do that?
You multiply the what they call variables? I don't remember. So we just write it out, you know. I think
All right.
now if you write it down.
So we're trying to simplify. So if we can get rid of the fraction.
Sir, what I did, see?
Hmm.
Sir, can I tell you what I did?
Yeah, man, tell me.
Sir, I had, after writing that part, I write 4, I bring over the 8 to the other side, and say 4 minus 8
Mm-hmm.
equals minus x over 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then I cross multiplied,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up with minus 12.
Which,
Minus 12 equals minus x, and then I multiply that by 1, and got 12 equals x, or x equals 12.
okay, lovely. So
Um,
that by
so
minus
the
1.
main,
All right.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, yeah. You
so
should.
what's the answer? 12?
It looks like 12. Yeah,
I
yeah.
may work it
12.
out different. Okay.
12. All right. So we can use that approach, which is say, okay, 4 minus 8 minus x over 3. Then we'll have minus 4 minus x over 3. Multiply both sides by 3. So we got minus 12. So the reason for multiplying by 3 is to get rid of this 3 in the denominator, right? So we have that, which if you multiply both sides by minus 1, you get 12 equal x, which is the same as x equal 12. Yeah.
Oh, man. So another my one, so I may still get 12.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Because,
So you have more than one ways to skin the cat, right? As long as you use maths throughout, then you're good to go.
yeah.
Hold on a second. Um, hold on. La, 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 la. All right, we'll continue. Um, where am I? So u is 3 minus x over 4 minus 5, right? So what do we do here?
So I'm still do the same as the first one. Multiply the 4 times the 3.
Yeah, as in
And
nothing is wrong with that, you know. You can literally, because what you're trying to do is to simplify this thing, and fractions not making it any simpler. So you try and get rid of the fractions by multiplying both sides by the 4. So you can do that. Nothing is wrong.
right.
So if you come so
Okay.
you come say multiply here so by 4 and multiply this side by 4, then they end up get 12 minus x equal minus 20, which is just
Yeah.
minus x. This is all minus 32.
Minus 20 minus 12.
right? So, and then you get x equal,
We get minus 32, yeah.
huh? So yeah, so you can do it that way, nothing wrong. And if you want to do it the other way
Okay.
or another way, you can say, all right, let me say, so I'm write it back. Minus 5. Say I just subtract the 3 from both sides. So I get minus 8. So minus 5 minus 3, then give me minus 8. And then I multiply both sides by 4 right here. So, or better yet, multiply both sides by minus 4 so that I can just get to a positive x in one go. Done. All right? So nothing wrong.
Okay.
Number, well, not number, but V, will have V. V is simple. V can blaze through. There's nothing the equal sign them. All right. Simple, right? So I can just say, all right, this is 4x, this is 8, this is
Minus
3x,
8,
this is 6.
yeah.
Nothing
Like
what is
minus
going
3
on here.
equals 6 minus 8. A plus 6 plus 8.
Yeah, because
Make it
to get this, add 8 to both sides to put it on the other side. So you get a positive 8. Right?
minus 3, 6 plus
All
8.
right.
I'm going to have 6 minus 8.
And 3 times
Oh, yeah,
8
Miss.
is the 6. All right. So everybody get that one?
No.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm going to have 6 minus 8. That is 6 plus 8. My mistake.
Okay. So 6 say from here after 4 times 2, 8 to get the minus 8. So you add 8 to both sides. All right. So remember, if you're not comfortable doing it this way, I'm just doing it this way because I'm trying to save time and just check if you guys got it wrong, all right? But you know how to do it the step-by-step long way to make sure that you guys don't get it wrong. All right. W 5 18 x over 3. So we did this many times. This is not new. Um, I like the way of
Yeah.
just simplifying by the step 5 minus 18 equal minus x over 3. Of course, you can multiply both sides by 3 from the get-go. This, this becomes negative 13. Um, then I multiply both sides by negative 3 because I want to get a positive x when you're done, right? So you have
Okay.
x, and this is what 39. So
Yes.
this is x equal 39.
Yeah.
Mhm. So x now, the one that you guys
Oh, Lord.
complaining about, which I don't say anything to complain about, but we will see. 'Cause if you guys can do all of these things that we did before are the same concept. All right, let's see. So the first thing I would do, I just group the numbers and the fractions of the variables, right? So if I'm going to put x over 6 here. So I'm going to add x over 6 to both sides. All right. So I'm going to even do this step by step. I'm not going to even do the gymnastics. So step by step. So 2. So I'm choosing to have the x's on the left side. So that look away. So I'm going to add x over 6 to both sides. So this should have you know what I want to write, right? So let's think of that being in line. So I have, and then in the next step, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So on this side, I have x over 4 plus x over 6. And then over here now, So this gone, and now I have 1 minus 2. I'm going to fix this up a little. I'm going to put the positive 1 in front. You don't have to. And then this becomes minus 1. So simple that way. Now, the next step, you can factor out the x, but you know, if I say factor out x, it means, sir, we don't know what you're talking about factorizing. So because we're not so hot with factorization, right? I'm not going to factorize it. Instead, I'm going to find the LCM. LCM is 6, not 6, 12.
24. No, 12.
Not fireman, but it would still work. LCM,
Yeah.
it will still work.
Yeah.
So yeah, 12, so 6 into this, 2, so you have 2x, and 4 into that 3, so you have minus 3x, right? So as I said before now, this question you could have factored out the x and simplify the fractions, but more likely it would have worked out to the same process. So you don't have to worry. So this works out to that, you see that? So it's simplifying nicely. And then I can just multiply both sides by a negative 12. Because a negative times a negative can give me a positive, right? Because I want a positive x. So I get the positive x, and then negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12. All right, look at my scroll down.
It was a different when you get 12, you know? But I wasn't sure, confused.
You got 12?
Yes, I tell you, I got either 12 or negative 12 or two. Well, I two
Oh,
different answer that. Work it out 3 times and we get 12 and we get negative 12. So
okay, so you know what it is now. It's 12. Good stuff. So we're basically at the end. But what I want to encourage you to do, so the homework is there. Let me look back on it for a second and see if you guys are in a good position. Maybe I can work one of the questions that yeah, let me just work one of them. Right? Let me just work one. So I'm gonna work the last one in the homework. Everything else, I'm looking at it, everything else is supposed to can do. All right, so I'm just work the last one. So this is not new. This is, yeah, you guys are used to this. You're just not used to when it equal to something and thing, but you guys know to simplify algebraic fractions, right? So the same concept. LCM 4. There's another way you can do this, of course. You can actually multiply out the entire thing by 4 and probably save some time. But when we come back next week, we'll look at it that way by just multiplying both sides. Rather than find LCM, next week we'll look on that. So 2 into this goes 2. So it's 2 times this. And then 4 into this is 1. So it's negative 1 times all of this. This equal to 1. Okay. Simplifying now, we get 4x, 6, you get x minus 4. And this is all over 4 equal 1. And then we'll just work to simplify that. That works out to 3x. That looks like negative 10 all over 4 equal 1. Then now you can just multiply both sides by 4 to remove the fraction. So 4 multiply this side and 4 multiply here. The 4's cancel, and then you have 3x minus 10 equal 4. So this is simple stuff now. We can deal with this. So this is 3x. I'll add a 10 to both sides. We get 14, and then we divide both sides by 3. we'll get x equal, what is this? 3 fours, 12, so
1 2/3.
and 2 over 3, right? So hopefully we're good with that. So as I said right here, multiply the thing. So this is like normal. We're used to this, we're used to this. This comes together, -3, -10, over 4, multiply that. Yeah, so we're good. So give me a second there. All right, guys. So that's it basically. With we're thinking, we're planning to have another class Monday. So this is it now. So this class is more of a, so it will support whatever is being done, whatever topics that is implicitly covered, it will explicitly cover. You know, some of the simpler topics, right, that we may take for granted. Those will be done on Mondays. If you miss a class on Monday, it's not the end of the world, but if you really want to just tighten up on some of the topics, it's like, you know, it serves as a review, as well as for SBA. We'll be using the Monday classes, Monday evening classes, to try and get ahead of the SBA. So hopefully I have some time Monday evening, make some time. It's not going to be 3 hours for sure.
What time will you start, sir?
So around 6:30.
Okay.
It's around 6:30. So I would just use that time to tighten up, and use that time to sort out the SBA.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other thing I want to bring you guys' attention to is the next topic, right? Is a very interesting topic. The next topic is gonna be algebraic manipulation, and another, you may hear it called by another name, subject of formula. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Give me a second. That take forever for sure. If it doesn't, there's no. Oh, see it here. So algebraic manipulation. You know, the directives in me here it says, make X the subject of the formula, right? Or change a formula, or some kind of something of the sort. So it's in the notes that I sent. So I want you guys to look on it. So you have homework, yes, but I want you guys to look at this as well. And I'll send some videos that I made about it, to help you guys get familiar with it. And then come next class now, we're not going to start, well, we're going to start from scratch, but it shouldn't be a slow class. We should be able to get this topic fully, cover this topic fully next class, and start another topic as well, right? So we don't want to labor on things that we can, you know, we can use videos and notes to support, right? So we're gonna look at this next class and try and cover it. So look out for the videos for that. You have this note, you have the notes here already. So when you finish your homework, just go on this topic, look through, and we'll prepare for it next class. Or yeah, prepare for it for next class.
Okay, start with the Monday evening.
Yeah, and then Monday. So Monday, this may not be the topic Monday. This may be. We'll see what happens Monday, but this may not be the topic Monday, right?
Okay.
So I don't expect you guys to leapfrog and do this Monday, but we'll see what happens. But just make sure you do the homework though. That is very important.
Okay.
All right. So
Yes, sir.
everybody take care now. And next class Monday, 6:30.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Hasta la vista.
Bye bye.